You sit down at your desk with a clear plan, ready to be productive. But 20 minutes later, that organized structure has evaporated. You spend 8 hours typing emails, jumping on calls, and putting out fires. You feel like you're sprinting, but when you look at your to-do list at 5 o'clock, the most important tasks remain untouched. It is a draining cycle. Our immediate reaction is to look inward for a flaw, assuming we are naturally lazy, or that the workday is simply too short for the workload. But the real culprit is the relentless stream of micro-distractions. Every Slack ping, every inbox check, and every notification you swipe away fractures your concentration into smaller and smaller pieces. These small interruptions leak minutes throughout the morning. By the time you reach lunch, these compounded fragments have deleted hours of potential work without leaving any tangible results behind. We lose our days to this reactivity. Because we spend our time responding to whatever vibrates or pops up on a screen, we effectively lose the ability to choose what we think about. Reversing this requires a stark, zero-cost rule. Perform exactly one task at a time, with no switching and no quick checks of other apps. This goes against a culture that celebrates multitasking. Juggling several projects at once provides a constant sense of motion that makes us feel necessary and high-performing. In biological terms, however, multitasking is impossible. The brain cannot process two cognitively demanding tasks at once. It is merely engaging in rapid distraction. This diagram visualizes the cost. When you try doing everything at once, your attention, this thick beam, fractures, snapping into thinner, fading lines as the brain performs a cognitive reset. Every shift drains mental energy. As the lines lose forward momentum, your brain works harder just to regain focus. Even a 5-second glance at a phone forces this reset. It effectively stalls your mental engine, requiring a full restart to resume deep work. Repeating this cycle dozens of times an hour leads to total mental exhaustion. You burn through cognitive fuel before the most valuable work even starts. This mechanical reality explains why we feel busy yet finish so little. The constant switching prevents us from ever reaching the speeds required for high-level output. When you finally commit to single-tasking, the experience is jarring. It feels slow, heavy, and often quite boring. This boredom is a symptom of conditioning. The modern brain is trained to expect a high-speed trip of external stimulation every few minutes. You can see the craving in the way we work, the anxious tapping of fingers or the involuntary reach for a smartphone just to fill the silence of a single task. The brain processes this lack of switching and noise as a dopamine deficiency. It struggles to adapt to the absence of the constant newness provided by notifications. The path to success hinges on this moment of friction. It requires noticing the intense urge to switch tasks and choosing to sit with that discomfort rather than soothing it with a distraction. Real focus centers on your ability to endure this psychological withdrawal. It is the price of admission for high-level concentration. If you can survive that initial period of withdrawal, the noise drops away. You enter a rhythm where work feels fluid and continuous. By removing self-interaction, your clarity and speed of thought naturally increase. You produce better results through steady momentum rather than increased physical effort. This scale represents a shift in how we define a good day. We are moving the goalpost from the quantity of tasks touched to the depth of focus applied to this single, dense block of work. One exceptionally executed project holds more value than 5 fragmented tasks done halfway. The hollow achievements of a busy day dissolve when compared to one significant, finished result. This shift changes how you feel at 5 o'clock. The frantic stress of the busy cycle gives way to a sense of calm control and genuine accomplishment. Our ultimate success is determined by how fiercely we protect and direct our attention. It is the most valuable resource we have to manage.